So, a little bit of a different video this time. It's me having the golf lesson, doing a bit of work on my golf swing. Now, just to give you a little bit of background, this is something I'm having a little bit of fun with. It's a personal journey. It's something that I wanted to see whether I could do. The goal is to see if I can break through and get past the 200-mile-an-hour ball speed barrier. Just to give you some perspective, typical tour players are around about 175 miles an hour. The top guys, the fastest ones, are in the mid 180s. Bryson can push it over 190, 191, 192, 193 in competitive play. So 200 is going to be a tough task. Now I needed some help, and I reached out to Steve Furlonger, who is a specialist in this subject, works with lots of the world long drive competitors, and you're going to see my golf lesson with Steve to see whether I can get past that 200-mile-an-hour barrier.
So we just do baseline flight scope data then?
Yeah.
The boy's fast. Bit of speed in there. It's good. Off you go.
Double plate ready.
It is.
So this is the man that is tasked with trying to get me to 200 miles an hour. Not an easy task. Steve, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Chris, for coming down.
Absolutely pleasure. So just give me a little bit of an info. You know, you specialise in this type as to what we're going to look at today, and you've kind of made a bit of a name for yourself in helping people use the ground better. But just briefly tell me, how would you categorise yourself as a coach?
Okay, so ground reaction force is my specialisation. Very fortunate at the time. One of the first pros in the country, was the first pro in the country to have these two, this dual force plate system made by a company called GASP. So what that does, in a nutshell, it measures the linear forces the feet create. So the push action, Newton's laws of motion, the ground reaction. So those forces that we get, they help us move our system. So the energy into the system help us move our body. We see primary movement through the pelvis, improvements from the way that we push through the ground.
I'm going to get like 20 mile an hour all the time, based on all that. So, I mean, it's fair to say that you are highly qualified in this. There's not many people that I know of who are as qualified as you. And you've actually got an app, haven't you, which is kind of taking all this information, taking what you've learned and actually getting it across to people to help them play better golf, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes. So I work with a good friend of mine. We've been good friends for 10 years, Lee Cox, who, like myself, we specialise in speed and power. He works with the fastest guys on the planet. Martin Borgmeyer, Joe Miller, two-time world long drive champion. So we've got a training app called Force and Flow Golf. You can find it. We'll give you the link in the video to do that.
In the description below, and you'll see some stuff on the screen coming now. So.
And its primary role is for speed and power. So me with my ground reaction force data and drills that golfers can use, very easy drills they can do, whether at home, in a garage or on the range, to help them better increase their ground reaction forces and leave very much the movements above the ground. So he does the above the ground stuff with lots of drills that you can do with training aids that you can buy or make to help you get faster, move the body faster, force the body much more.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. So you've just seen me hitting a couple of shots there, just getting some baseline data. I've hit some shots which I would class as my kind of on course swing.
Yep.
And then I tried to hit them where I went a little bit quicker. So you're going to run through the data?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got, so interestingly here, just looking at it, I mean, you're not slow. You're a fast guy naturally. So we've got somebody that's, coming out at, 120, 123 mile an hour as your baseline gaming speed. So when you step on the gas a little bit, you push it up to 129 into 130. Obviously the magical kind of number of the 200 ball speed, we've got to get up to 135. And then we've still, and then we've got to find the face.
Yeah.
So, and it's all good having club speed, but it's only good if it comes into ball speed, right? So you've got to find the center of the face, get the smash factor up so that club speed turns into ball speed. Now, when you step on the gas, you create more vertical force. Okay? It clicks, it goes up a little bit. Interestingly, when that force to push your body in, and 70% is going to come out that left side to push the lead hip up, to kind of let that, so we unweight this side and make this heavier and push this up more, right? So then this goes down and this goes up, and that helps you create that inclination across your body to launch it. So you create 14% more force vertically.
Okay, when I'm trying to go at it.
When you're trying to go at it. And you know, you need to push your pelvis up.
Yeah.
If you push your pelvis up, the pull on the handle increases. You're going to let those, if I can pull on the handle, I'm going to let these angles out much better. Then the club head is going to start to accelerate. Generally, what we want to see is when we see the long drivers kind of creating loads of force earlier on, lifting, getting up, and then slamming down and jumping up, right? So that's what we're going to have a little play with now. See whether we can move the needles. Importantly, change the timing of it.
Yeah.
And I think if we can get you up a little bit quicker, get you up, I call it uploading.
Yeah.
So there's the initial phase of the swing is a load across onto the trail side, and then there's a push up through the trail side, and then we can get this really high position, and we call this at this point where you get, if things get light and you unweight like like a lift going down really quickly, you unweight and we can accelerate to the ground at the right point and fast enough. So then we can jump, and that left foot move that you said there, that left foot will start to want to do that move there. Yeah, so we have a little play with that and see what fun we can have and notch that speed up. We get over, getting into eking you into the 130s, and then we're pushing towards that magical, get to that 135. I know it's in you.
We'll see.
6 miles an hour, just a little bit more.
We'll see if we can get there.
So we're going to do, using a pool noodle, I know you're a fan of one of these,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So we're going to chop up Chris's pool noodles, right? This is my noodle. So I cut a 3-inch length, cut it in half.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've got two, I call them launch pads. So we're going to use these to step on. So we're going to go, that would be our 28-inch stance.
Okay.
So the first move is going to be step on, load it, get over there, and then we're just going to go up, across and then up. Go. Yep. Yep. And that you were seeing, you hear then that, so that heel's coming off the ground a little bit, that's fine. So we're getting that good upload and uplift move.
I mean, that feels as fast as a downswing.
Yeah.
Normally.
The old kind of low and slow, okay, it's low and slow for a reason. There's some other stuff going on which are off plane, you're not hitting the middle. Yeah. But the fastest players on the planet have the fastest tempos, the fastest moving club, right? So, good.
It feels, when I do that, it feels like I want to go left first to then shift across.
Yeah, excellent.
Like, if exaggerate, it feels like I want to go this way. Is that okay to do that?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Yep. So the fastest players have a bigger, stronger push off their left foot at the start. Yeah, good. So now we're going to, from top, okay, so let's get up to the top, just do your top move, up to the top. So now we're going to feel like we can step out and accelerate down. So I want you now to feel like you go across onto the yellow, boom, yes. Yep, good.
Okay, that way.
Yeah, and then step, yeah. So we kind of, you've almost done that whole backswing move, kind of unweights the left side. Might even feel like that wants to come off a bit, ready to plant and land on down to earth again. Yeah, good.
I guess it just feels, and it's interesting because I guess people who hit it harder have this, it feels a really aggressive move, which for a lot of people who've grown up playing golf for 30 years, feeling this kind of smooth and slow, and it's just not that at all, is it really?
100%. So I was taught quiet feet work a treat back in the day. So it's not very much there. There's violence. Yeah, works for putting. Brilliant for that. But when it comes to there is violence. Yeah. There's an earthquake going on, especially when we are stamping that foot down. Yeah. And that's what the fastest players do. They create that much force. We've got up. Yeah. Yeah. We've got step in. Yeah. Accelerate. And then we're going to go from here, so we're going to time this about here, as fast as we can.
This way.
Yeah, yeah, step in it, step in it, good. And then let that left arm go, open up and let it go. Yep, good. And again, so we're stepping in, and then get rid of the arm, go. Yeah, nice. And again. What I like there then is nice, there was a pumping on that pad. Pumping, and it was great because you kept your mass back behind it, so you got some force, got some Force coming through that side with your mass behind it is going to get you that tilting torque that we need. Boom, and then go, and then let that arm go.
I think that drill there, the first time I did it, well, you obviously spotted it, but I was going more
Yep.
kind of that in there, wasn't I? So we want it to be more kind of
Yes.
this way.
Yep. Excellent.
That was not the centre. It's actually gone dead straight, hasn't it? But it wasn't the
All
centre.
things considered.
That was definitely a different place in the face, but it didn't feel as quick in the club speed.
132.
Felt a bit quicker, but
I mean, we haven't dropped under 130 yet for a while, have we?
no, it's the same as what I was saying a minute ago. You take the ball away and I feel like I can release it. And as soon as you put the ball there, it always just feels a little bit. And it's interesting, I feel, like you were saying, it feels like when I want to go, it feels like I go there for too long.
Yeah,
It feels like I need to get these off.
Stay back, just keep the
Quicker.
weight back a little
Yeah.
bit more. Force still forwards, weight
But-
back,
and then get
hang
these
back,
arms
launch it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 133.
Oh, that was so bad. That might be the furthest away from the middle I've ever been.
Club speed was still there.
Come on, I feel like I can get it.
Yeah, yeah, we just got to get that one that just comes out.
That felt quicker in the club speed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving the club speed. The club speed is there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hovering around. It's tickling the magical 135 that we need. You know, obviously with some strike training now, really, you just exploring strike and really the feel of where the arms are through the impact.
I can get the club speed up, can't I? The club speed's up a lot, isn't it? Where it's
Yeah.
128, 129
Yeah,
at the start.
128, and I mean, we got up to 136.
There was 136.
We've peaked up 136 point something, wasn't it? Almost 137.
There was 138 in there,
Yeah,
wasn't
138. Yeah,
there? Yeah,
yeah, 138.
138.
Speed, club speeds are in the 30s comfortably.
Well, that I've never had it. So that was a 138.3.
Yeah.
I've never had it that high that
Yeah.
I've measured ever. So I mean that's a big jump up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Considering I was like 120 something, pushing it to maybe 128, 129. That's another 10 mile an hour. But that it was interesting because that one did feel. I wouldn't say it felt faster, but it just felt better syncs. It felt
Yeah.
like everything just kind of went boom, boom, boom. And the other ones, felt sometimes a little bit kind of disjointed and stuff. So, but I guess that's just to be expected a little bit. But that's a big jump up, isn't it, in speed?
Yeah.
Massive jump. And there was a 136 in there. So I've got a
136.
couple over 135, which is, you know, I wanted 200 ball speed, but that theoretically is enough speed.
Yep.
It's just trying to find the centre
Find
and
the
have
centre.
it with the right loft and all that kind of stuff. So there's kind of potential there. Steve, you've kind of done exactly what I wanted. You've got me the speed I want. So really, if you think about the job is, you've got to get the speed up, which is your job. You've got to strike the middle, which is my job. So you've done your bit.
Okay.
You're just working with
Yeah.
you're working with someone who can't find the centre of the club. But I reckon a little bit of practice, and I probably could start to find the centre a little bit. So yeah, Steve, that's been fantastic. I really appreciate that. And anyone out there who wants to tap into a bit of speed, your app again.
Yeah, Force and Flow Golf. So you find it at forceandflowgolf.passion.io. And then you can, we've got various programs on there for speed and power above the ground, speed and power through the ground. And I'm hoping that you're going to come on with some stuff on it. as well.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
I've sprung that one on you. So some stuff that we will do, and you're going to come on and be
Excellent.
a guest on there, which would be great.
Brilliant.
And yeah, so they can find us through there. Speed training, take it to the next level where we're some, you know, lots of stuff, sheets you download, tracking your speeds, showing you what kind of little launch monitors you can buy if you really get into this stuff, how to make your own training aids, using the training aids. Yeah, so it's, you know, a great app out there, one of the only apps out there that's doing just power and speed only.
Brilliant. Steve, thanks for your help. Appreciate your time. And I want a speed journey now.
Good
Thanks,
stuff.
Steve.